Good morning, one and all. I am Dr. Urmila Yogesh Gite, presently working in Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Srimati Vimlaben Khimji Tejukaya, Arts, Science and Commerce College, Devrali Camp, Nasik. I warm welcome you all. This session is for SY BCom 2019 pattern student, semester 3rd. Subject name is Corporate Accounting, chapter 4th, Valuation of Shares. Recap. This is the company final account. We last lecture discussed about the what is for company final account, how to prepare company account, balance sheet. Part first, that is the format of balance sheet. Part second, statement of profit and loss is its format, general instructions and related adjustment with the company final account. Now today we are going to learn the practical problem on valuation of shares. It means how to solve the practical problem of valuation of shares. There are three methods of valuation. First method is net asset method, second one is yield basis method, third is fair value method. Now we are going to turn the practical problem on valuation of shares. This is the practical problem. Following is the balance sheet of Brahma Limited, Banaras, as on 31st December 2019. This is the liability side, share capital, 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, it means rupees 1 lakh. 1,012% preference shares of rupees 100 each, that is 10 lakhs. Reserve fund 60,000, profit and loss account 40,000, 15% debentures is 10,000, 10 lakhs, trade creditors 80,000. Now asset side, goodwill is 50,000, land and building 1,50,000, plant and machinery 10 lakhs, investment in 10% stock. This is the investment, and 10% stock means 47,425. This is the market value of rupees 52,000 and nominal value of stock is rupees 50,000. Stock in trade is 60,000, trade debtors 40,000, cash at bank 10,000, preliminary expenses 22,575,000. This is the practical problem on balance sheet of valuation of shares of Banaras Limited, and total of balance sheet is 4,80,000. This in this liability side, profit and loss account and asset side preliminary expenses, this is the fictitious asset, that is we can't consider both the assets because of fictitious assets. Now this is the additional adjustments or information. First adjustment is assets are revalued or realized as under. First is land and building 3,20,000, plant and machinery 1,80,000, stock in trade 45,000, trade debtors 36,000. Second adjustment is average profit of the company is rupees 1,20,000 and 12.5% of profit is transferred to reserve fund and rate of taxation is 50%. Third adjustment is normal dividend expected on equity shares is 8%, whereas fair return on capital employed is 10%. Fourth adjustment is goodwill may be revalued at 3 years purchases of super profit. It means we are calculated the total assets realized, that is land and building, plant and machinery, stock in trade and trade debtors. This is the realized amount. Average profit is also given in the problem. Rate of transfer to reserve fund is 12.5% and taxation rate is 50%. And normal dividend expected on equity shares is 8% and capital employed rate is 10%. Goodwill also calculated here, super profit. This is the 3 years purchases. Now we are turned to practical problem solve. This is the answer. First method is net asset method, that is intrinsic value method. First point is calculated for the computation of capital employed. The assets realized is taken here. First is land and building 3,22,000, plant and machinery 1,80,000, stock in trade 45,000, trade debtors 36,000 and cash at bank 10,000. Here we can't consider the preliminary expenses because of this asset is fictitious asset. The total of asset is 5,91,000 and total liabilities is, liability side we can see in the balance sheet, two liabilities are there, 15% debentures and trade creditors. 15% debentures is 1 lakh and trade creditors is 80,000. The total of liability side is 1,80,000 deducted from the total assets, that is 5,91,000, and the capital employed is total 4,11,000. This is the computation of capital employed for calculating the intrinsic value method or each equity share of valuation of shares. Second is computation of normal profit. The formula of computation of normal profit is 10% of capital employed. Now this is the capital employed figure 4,11,000 and 10% is normal profit, which is given in the third adjustment of the practical problem. 10% of 4,11,000 is equal to 41,100 is the normal profit of this calculation. Next is computation of actual profit. Actual profit means what amount is calculated from the computation of actual profit. Average profit is 1,20,000 is already given in the practical problem. Then less non-trading income. Non-trading income means investment 10% of investment stock, that is the nominal value of 50,000. 50,000 into 10% is equal to 5,000. It is the income from investment, that is deducted from the average profit. It means 1,15,000. Add debenture interest. Debenture 1 lakh and interest rate is 15%. Then 15% on 1 lakh, that is 15,000. It is the interest of debenture. This is add in the average profit, means 1,15,000 plus 15,000 is equal to 1,30,000. Then less preference dividend. Preference share capital is 10 lakh and 12% of 10 lakh is 1,20,000. This is the preference share dividend given to the preference shareholder, and this amount is less from the debenture interest add and preference share dividend less, means 1,30,000 minus 12,000 is equal to 1,18,000. Then taxation rate is 15%, 50%, it is also given in the practical problem. Then 50% of 1,80,000 is equal to 59,000 of rate of taxation transferred to tax, and remaining amount is transferred to reserve fund. Then less transfer to reserve fund, that is the amount realized from the average profit. It means 59,000, 12.5% amount is transferred to reserve fund. It means 7,375 is transferred to reserve fund and the actual profit is 51,625, that is 59,000 minus 7,375 is equal to 51,625. This is the actual profit of the Banaras Limited. Next one is, fourth point is computation of super profit. The formula of super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. Average profit is also we are calculated here and normal profit also calculated. So average profit is 51,625 minus normal profit, that is 41,100. It means the super profit is equal to 10,525. Then we are going to calculate the goodwill. Computation of goodwill. Goodwill is valued at 3 years. 3 years is already given in the practical problem. 3 years purchases of super profit. Super profit calculated we already 10,525. Means 10,525 into 3 years purchases is equal to goodwill is 3 years purchases super profit. Means super profit is already calculated, 10,525 into 3 years is equal to 31,575 is the amount of goodwill. Now sixth point is valuation of shares as per the intrinsic value method. This is the format. Net asset is equal to 41,000. Then add investment in stock 47,425. Add goodwill, this is also calculated in the first point, 31,575. This is the amount of 49 lakhs. Valuation of shares as per intrinsic value method. Less 12% preference shares available, funds available for the equity shares. While calculating the funds available to the equity shareholders, it means total intrinsic value of the shares less 12% preference share capital. Preference share capital, it is also given in the balance sheet, it is 10 lakhs and the amount is available for the equity shareholder is rupees 39 lakhs. Now we are going to second method, that is intrinsic value of each equity share. This is the formula of calculation of valuation of each equity shares. It means value of each equity share is equal to funds available for equity shares divided by number of equity shares. Funds available equity shares, it is already we calculated now just, and number of equity shares, it is given in the balance sheet liability side, that is 10,000 equity shares, means 39 lakhs funds available for equity shareholders and divided by number of equity shares, it means each equity shares value is rupees 39. This is the first method of net asset method or intrinsic value of each equity shares. It means the equity shares value is rupees 39 and in the balance sheet is each equity shares value of rupees 10. That is the difference of 29 rupees is funds raised by the company while calculating the equity shareholders. Second method is yield basis method, that is on dividend basis also. Valuation of shares as per yield basis method, this is the formula of this method. Value of each equity share is equal to rate of dividend divided by normal rate of return into paid up value of each equity shares. This is the formula. Rate of dividend is also given in the practical problem adjustment, that is 8%. Normal rate of return is 10%. It is also given in the practical problem, and paid up value of each equity share, that is rupees 10. It is also given in the practical problem. Now this is the formula, and the amount is took in the formula. Now we are getting the yield basis method valuation of shares. Each method is rupees 8. Now this is the third method, fair value method. Valuation of shares as per fair value method. This is the formula of this method. Value of each equity shares is equal to intrinsic value plus yield value of valuation of shares divided by 2. The intrinsic value and yield value we are already calculated, that is rupees 36,000 and rupees 8 divided by 2. It means 36,000 plus 8 is equal to 44 divided by both of the value, that is 2. It means the fair value method, the valuation of shares as per this method, rupees 22 of each equity share. This is the practical problem on fair value method and valuation of shares. Now we are going to assignment. Assignment means your homework to solve the number of problem solve valuation of shares with these three methods for getting more practical knowledge at home. These three methods means first is net asset method, second is yield basis method, and third is fair basis method. And now we are going to pre-cap. We are going to take next lecture various types of these practical problems with number of adjustments and number of practical problems to getting your more knowledge. Assignment part is already covered. This is the summary part. We summarized in this lecture valuation of shares, that is three methods of valuation of shares, that is net asset method, yield basis method, and fair value method. These three methods formulas we learn, and the amount, how to calculate these net asset method, capital employed method, how to transfer reserve fund, how to calculate taxation, yield basis method. This is the formula we learn, and the fair value method is also calculated. In next lecture, we are going to learn the theoretical part of valuation of shares. It means the conceptual concepts of valuation, concepts of shares, equity shares, preference shares, debenture holders, that is the part of shares. Need for valuation. Why valuation needed for the calculation of the company? It means for estate duty, wealth calculation, amalgamation, absorption process also calculated, gift and tax purpose, that is the need of valuation. How nationalized company calculated the valuation of shares. And the next part is special factors affecting valuation of shares. Special factors, it means the nature of company's business, nature of the how company's nature means what type of business company run, Then economic condition of the country, what is the financial position and economic condition of the company, other political economic concepts, rate of proposed dividend, and post profit of the company, that is the special factors of affecting valuation, dividend declared by the company, proposed dividend, different types of bonuses issued by the company, that special factors affecting on the valuation of shares, how calculate the goodwill of the company in the market, and what is the rate of goodwill of the company, and capacity of directors, types of the management, how management conduct the business run in the market, and the increase the value of shares. That is the special factors of affecting valuation of shares, which are going to learn in the next lecture. We cover also theoretical part and practical part to getting the more and knowledge of the students for practical also and theoretical conceptual also. Thank you.